Hey, imagine that you are an employer. You have, I don't know, who knows how many employees you directly supervise. And when you're doing your annual performance reviews, one of your employees says to you, "Man, you are the best boss. You are the greatest manager I've ever worked for. Nobody is as good of a leader. Nobody inspires me more than you. All these people I work with, they are such lazy jerks. I cannot stand these people." I hope you wouldn't give that person a good review, because that's just rotten. It doesn't matter how much praise they heap on you as a leader. If you are a leader, that's not a person you want around. Proverbs 21:3 says, "To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to Yahweh than sacrifice." This is echoed by Hosea 6:6, which, God says, "I desire mercy, not sacrifice." And Yeshua quoted Hosea in a confrontation with the Pharisees. In Matthew 9, excuse me, and I hope there's not too much background noise here. I'm not in my usual recording spot. In Matthew 9, Yeshua had this confrontation with the Pharisees. He had recruited the 12 disciples. They were fishermen, tax collectors, political revolutionaries. These were not all good, upstanding citizens. They were certainly not the kind of people that the Pharisees thought a rabbi should be gathering around himself. And not only that, but he encouraged beggars, lepers, prostitutes, the poor to gather around while he taught, and he would give them special attention. He would go to the homes of sinners and tax collectors and eat and drink with them. This was crazy to the Pharisees. They would never associate with those people. They don't want any of that sin and bad reputation rubbing off on them. But remember what James wrote about. He said that religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this: to visit orphans and widows in their affliction, and to keep oneself unstained from the world. It's not just visiting orphans and widows, it's visiting the thieves and the prostitutes and the tax collectors, the unsavory people of the world. And that's not being stained by the world. That's helping the world become unstained in itself through you. The Pharisees spent their entire lives studying God's law, studying Torah, and there are two ways that you can do religion. Religion gets a bad rap. People use that word as if it's synonymous with hypocrisy and man-made traditions, and that's not at all what religion means. The dictionary definition is a set of beliefs and practices that are associated with the belief in and worship of a deity. So the Bible is full of descriptions of positive religion. God says you're supposed to make these offerings, you're supposed to go to Jerusalem, you're supposed to celebrate these days, don't kill people, keep the Sabbath day. These are all examples of religion, and they're good. But you can get out of balance with religion, emphasizing man-made traditions, emphasizing the things that make you feel good about yourself. The goal of religion is not to make you feel better about yourself or to elevate yourself in the eyes of other people. The goal of religion is to humble you, to remake you in the image of God. And if keeping your religion, if observing all of your rituals and feast days doesn't bring you closer to the heart of God, which is to do kindness, to give mercy to those who need it, then your religion is a total waste of time. It's actually worse than a waste of time. It's poisoning your soul, like the Pharisees. And this is what Yeshua meant when he said, "I didn't come to call the righteous, but to call the sinners. I didn't come to heal the healthy. I came to heal the sick." If you think that you're righteous, then he didn't come to talk to you. He came for those people who know that they are sick and need to get better, who want to use religion, the sacrifices, the worship to come closer to God, to become more like our Messiah and Savior, Yeshua. And that's what it means to desire mercy over sacrifice. There's nothing wrong with sacrifice in religion. It's when you misuse it and it doesn't lead you to mercy. That's when it's wrong. Religion should always lead you closer to the heart of God and not further. There's another verse in the same chapter of Proverbs, Proverbs 21:27. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he brings it with evil intent? It says the same thing, but makes it much clearer. If you are doing your religion to elevate yourself, then you're doing it with evil intent. And your religion is an abomination before God. But if you turn around and you do that same religion with the intent of making yourself a better person and serving God and his kingdom, well, that's what righteousness is really all about. This is Jay Carper with American Torah. Be blessed.